So I'm going to do a little bit of function notation. What's function notation? So function notation, they give you an equation. They say it's f of x. And this is exactly like saying y equals 2x plus 3. So now they're saying find f of -1. So what they did, they're telling you when x is -1, because this is f of x, and instead of x now they wrote -1. So they're saying when x is -1, solve. So all you need to do, just go to this equation right here and sub in -1 for x plus 3, which gives you -2 plus 3, which gives you 1. It's as simple as that. Here is one for fun. How about if they say f of cats? So instead of x, now they have cats. Therefore, instead of this x, also you substitute cats for this x as well. So you'll get 2 cats plus 3, and this is as far as you could go. So 2 cats plus 3. Now, this make it a little bit more challenging. So now they're saying f of x plus 1. So just think of it as if they removed this, or they instead of this x, they substituted x plus 1. That means also for this x, you have to go and substitute x plus 1. So therefore, f of x plus 1 is the same as 2. And you substitute the x plus 1 in here as well. And then just solve. And that gives you 2x plus 2 plus 3. And that gives you 2x plus 5. Now, the next question here, they could put a little bit of a twist on this question, and they ask you, just going to change this to -5. But now when they say f of x equals -5, just think of this equation right here. This is basically what f of x is, means this is what the y value is. So they told you the y value is -5. So here, what they want you to do, they want you to find x, not f of x. So therefore, you go to this equation here, y is -5, so you sub in -5 for y equals 2x plus 3. Now you solve for x, so I just move the 3 to the other side. And when you move things to the other side, here it's plus, it becomes -3 equals 2x. That's -8 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2, x equals -4. So this is basically what function notation is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to graph this and show you how you could solve from the graph instead of the equation. So to graph this, we have to know that this is y equals mx plus b. So b is 3. And the slope m is 2/1. So therefore, I go to my y-intercept. So I go on the y-axis 1, 2, 3, and I put a point right there. And then I start doing my slope, and the slope is positive. So I go up 2/1, up 2/1, up 2/1, and then I could go down 2 to the left 1, down 2 to the left 1, down 2 to the left 1. And therefore, I'm just going to graph my line right here. Now let's say they ask you to find f of 4, f of -5. So let's say they ask you to find f of 4 and f of -5. So what you need to do here to understand this question with respect to the graph, what they're telling you here, they're telling you when x is 4, what does y equal? That's basically what they're asking you. And so you got to interpolate this from the graph. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what you want to do, you want to go vertically till you touch the graph. And then you need to go this way and find out what your y value is right here. So that's basically what you're doing. So this is the answer right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So f of 4 equals 11. When they say what's f of -5, again, you go to where x is -5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're going to go down to be able to touch the graph. So right there, and then you go horizontally till you hit the y-axis. You want to find out what the y value is right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so f of -5 gives you -7. Yeah. How about if they ask me f of x equals -1? So how about if they ask me f of x equals -1? Now again, as I told you earlier, they gave you the y value because f of x means y. So they give you the y value. So they're telling you, and I'm just going to write the answer in blue so you know I'm answering the question. So basically what they're telling you, they tell you y here is -1. What does x equal? So therefore, you got to go now to where y equals -1. And y equals -1 is right here. And you're just going to draw a line this way. And then when you hit the graph, you're going to go up this way. And that's your x value right here that you're looking for. So x will be -2. So that is basically what function notation is. And that's how you solve questions, by the equation or by the graph where you interpolate and extrapolate. Thanks for watching. You know, I always try to make math easy to understand. But again, math is like a puzzle, and puzzles are fun to solve. And to solve a puzzle, you cannot just look at the question and say, wow, I get the answer. Can't do that. You have tools. Your tools is the knowledge that you know about whatever question it is, what you have learned so far. And you have to apply these tools to get to the answer. Don't try to look at the question and think the answer is going to be right there for you. It's sequential steps that take us to the answer. That's how math is. We don't see the answer right away. It's not biology. I ask you a question and say, oh, I memorized that. That's what it is. No, math is like, this is a question. Now let's work it and simplify, work and simplify till we get to the answer. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my next video, and I hope this helps you. See you soon.